Hi guys, welcome to my channel The Angel Witch Tarot. So this video is for the Capricorns. Hi Capricorns. So a little bit of restructuring to my structure of reading. We're gonna go with the cards first, and then in the end we'll be using the Astro dice. Alright, so let's move on to the cards first, and then we'll see how the week goes. And the week here is about the 16th to the 22nd Feb 2026. I still feel like I'm in January, so 16th to 22nd Feb 2026. So we've got spiritual guidance. Intuition connects you with divine guidance. Trust its direction. Alright? And then we've got intuitive healing. Your intuition guides you to a deep inner healing. So let's move on to the tarot. So we've got the Five of Swords and the Page of Wands. Ooh, ooh. And then we've also got the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So the Five of Swords upright is all about conflicts, disagreements, competition, defeat, winning at all costs, sneakiness, bullies, theft, and abusive relationships. And then we have the Page of Wands in reverse, which says that you're lacking direction at this moment. You're procrastinating, you're creating conflict, you're limiting your beliefs, you're self-limiting your beliefs. And your spiritual path is sort of, I get the feeling that it's being blocked. And you are about to get a newly formed idea of something or about something. And then we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse, which talks about greediness, possessiveness, stinginess, overspending, and self-protection, which is in Capricorn energy, the Four of Pentacles. And then we've got the Moon in reverse. So the Moon in reverse talks about releasing fears, letting go of repressed emotions, your inner confusion, the misinterpretations that have happened, the darkness and the insecurities, right? And then we've got the Tower in reverse, which talks about personal transformation, fear of change, averting or delayed disaster, delaying disaster or averting a certain disaster that's coming your way. You're probably in a state of pain or suffering, which is making you feel like you're about to collapse at this point. You're having a hard time, you're being restless, right? And then we've got the Knight of Swords upright. So the Knight of Swords upright is all about ambitions, action oriented, driven to succeed, fast thinking, and defending beliefs. So here the Five of Swords talks about winning at all costs. So you're driven to succeed, you're thinking very fast, you're action oriented, you're defending your beliefs too. Do not self-limit your beliefs, you have to defend them and go with your beliefs. You should never let go or limit your beliefs, because that's what makes you who you are. Alright, so let's get clarification cards. We've got the Queen of Cups in reverse. which talks about inner feelings, self-care, self-love, codependency, and insecurity. And then we've got the Four of Cups in reverse, which talks about sudden awareness, choosing happiness, acceptance, retreat, withdrawal, and checking in for realignment, which is a good sign. So let's move on to the next deck. So we've got settling. Avoid settling for less than you deserve in love. And then we've got apology. It says, never underestimate the power of a heartfelt apology. And then we have the Shadow Love Oracle cards. Whoever you're thinking of is who this resonates with. So we've got closed off, not emotionally available, being distracted and hurt in the past. Brief affair. So it says, brace for a sudden ending, short but sweet, can't last. And then we've got the Beast Soul Oracle card. We've got the Complex Octopus, which is all about complexity, multitasking, and creativity. It says to discover a different version of yourself and discover the power of transformation. And then we've got the Smart Walrus, which is all about intensity and attentiveness and ferocity. It says to say no to violence and show your strength in a gentle way. That was your cards. So let's see the Astro Dice and see how the overall energy of the week goes. So we've got Pisces in the 8th house. I see transformation. Okay. Then we've got Jupiter. So Jupiter is all about growth, abundance, optimism, understanding, luck, expansion, finances, happiness, travel, also about foreign affairs, gratitude, honor, law, morality, goodwill, humor, generosity, and abstract thought. And then we've got Pisces. And Pisces is all about that dreamy, mystical energy. All about your intuitive energy, your spiritual energy, being compassionate, sensitive, but at the same time being addicted to something, being an escapist, being creative, romance, romantic energy, music, self-pitying, fantasies, psychic abilities, introspective abilities, charitable, artistic, old souls, probably incoming sickness, and then self-undoing, you're undoing yourself, you're self-sacrificing, you're trying to be the savior for others. Try to be a savior for yourself first, alright? Because you come first before anyone else, and then you can save others. Because if you can't save yourself, you're not gonna feel good saving others, satisfied saving others. Because if you save yourself, you're gonna be able to properly save others. So that savior energy should be for yourself first and then others, alright? So that is it with the reading. So that is it with the reading. So I'll see you in the... Oh wait! No! We've got the 8th house. So the 8th house is all about transformation, death. So a transformative metamorphosis phase coming your way, rebirth, occult, taboos, secrets, taxes, debts, mortgages, loans, legacies, inheritance, investigations, corporate money, dangers, assets, property, joint ventures, intimacy, mystery, and sex as well, right? So this is the end of the reading. Hope you resonate with it. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye, Capricorns.